Hey, what's up guys? It's NashCrafter and welcome back to my channel for episode 2 of Sky Factory 3. I am loving this series, you guys. It is so much fun. You guys have been showing really good feedback towards it so far, so thank you so much. But today I do have a lot planned for today's episode, so let's just hop right in. Let's get started. So there's quite a few things that I wanted to show you guys that I did in between episodes. I did collect a ton more ores. Little ore pieces for us, so this will kind of play into what we're going to do later on in the episode, as well as these guys down here. I also made a couple more furnaces, and then I filled up our crucible, so now it has 4 buckets of lava in it. And then I also automated our cobblestone generator. So this guy from Tiny Progressions is our cobblestone generator. Basically what it's doing is just pumping out cobblestone for us, and it's been filling up this chest, and it seems to be working really well. All I had to do is just put a hopper underneath the cobblestone generator and then pump that into a chest. One of the first things I want to do is what I talked about in the last episode. So if we look here, we can see that there are different meshes that we can use. There's the flint stiffened, the iron, and then the diamond. And there's also all of these different sieves that we can use, and I have 3 over here. So these are my string, and the next thing I want to do is I prepared flint and iron so that we can make the flint stiffened and the iron stiffened meshes. So if we come over here, we'll grab some more string. So if we just do like this, we're holding shift, and it will put them in the crafting table for us, which is super awesome. And then what we want to do is just shift click those out. So that made 3 flint stiffened meshes for us. And then we just want to do the same with iron. So holding that down, the pattern looks like this, just 4 pieces of iron, and then we can shift those down too. So next thing we want to do is make 6 more sieves. So we do need a lot of these guys, and I can only make 5 right now. So we'll just quickly make 1 more. Grab 1 out. There we go. And then I'm going to basically kind of stick with this pattern we have here by putting them in the floor. But we'll just put those down there, and then we'll put the other 3 behind it. Boop. And then we'll take our flint and we'll put those ones in the top. Awesome. So the next thing I want to do involves these meshes. Now I don't want you guys to have to sit through this, so I'll do a little bit on camera, a little bit off camera, just kind of how I did in the last episode. But what I want to do is pound down some of this cobblestone that I've been generating, and I want to get diamonds. So I need at least 2 diamonds. I want to show you guys something really cool. Actually, let's do 2 of these. That's why I put 2 up there. I want to show you guys something really cool that I found out. But first thing we need to do is just pound down some gravel. So we'll lay this out just like so and get ourselves some gravel. Alright, so we have 64 pieces of gravel. So if we put our gravel into our iron stiffened mesh, it gives us a chance. It's a really low % chance. If we check here, do gravel, it says it's a 1% chance to drop a diamond, but we need diamonds for what I want to show you guys. So I'm just going to sift through this just a little bit on camera with you guys, and then if we don't get a couple of diamonds, which I'm not thinking we will, I'll have to come back and show you guys once I get those diamonds, because it's really cool. I think it'll really it really comes in handy, and I know that I want it. So this is so nice because I can just stand here and sift through, 64 pieces, but 3 at one time. And like I said in the last episode, you can put these up to a 5x5 and you can sift so many things at one time. Alright, so taking a look at what we got, we didn't get our diamond, so it does look like I'm gonna have to grind for just a little bit off camera in order to get it. But we got a lot of iron, some lapis, some coal, some gold, some nickel, some lead, lots of good stuff. I also want to look into getting the heavy oak sieve soon, so this can start doing compress. Actually, we might do that really quick. I don't have enough iron, so I'm going to have to smelt that up really quick, but I think we should have enough pieces. So we'll just convert these into ore chunks. We have 4 here. And then I'll take my charcoal out and then just smelt those up. And then we want to make that heavy oak sieve so that we have a better chance of getting our diamonds here. So we'll just do some of this. We'll get 1. And I think what I'll do is put it on this side, the other one's here. So it does it's a little bit smaller. So that's how you can tell that they're different here. And then we'll take our 4 pieces of iron that we just got, put them in our crafting station just like this with our string so we can get ourselves another mesh. The heavies do require the same meshes. So we'll just put that guy in just like this, and then we can just sift through compressed gravel. And what we can do is we can come over here, and this is mainly why I want to set this up so that it was automated, is so that I can just grab out a bunch of stacks all at once and then just compress these just like this. So we'll do 26. It's probably not going to get us the diamonds we need, but I mean, it'll give us a better chance. I just want to show you guys what this looks like. One thing we also need is the regular hammers will not work on compressed, so we do need a compressed hammer, and then we can do this and it will make us 8 hammers. We have that 9th hammer here. So what we can do is just shift click these into our crafting table and make ourselves a compressed stone hammer. And then what we can do is use that to pound down the compressed cobblestone, and then we'll have to compress the gravel. So it's quite a process. It is quite a process, and you can't or excavate with this. So it does take a little bit longer, and it does give you the higher percent chance in the sieves. So it is pretty nice, but it just does take a little bit extra time to pound each one down. Alright, so we finally have our compressed gravel. What we can do is run over here to our heavy oak sieve and just put it through just like this, and hope that we can get ourselves a couple of diamonds, if not at least just 1 diamond, please. Alright guys, we're on our last 2 here, so we'll see here in just a second if we got a diamond. Alright, let's take a look, and we didn't get one. We did not get one. We got some coal and nickel, lead. We got basically everything we got before, which is really nice. We're gaining a lot of ores, which is great. But at the same time, I really want those 2 diamonds. I'm going to grind just a little bit off camera for you guys, and then once we come back, I should have 2 diamonds in my inventory, and it'll be super awesome. So I will be back, guys. I'll see you really soon. After lots and lots of sieving, I just went through about 1.5 stacks of compressed gravel into our heavy oak sieve here with our iron mesh. And I wanted to show you guys what I got because to me, it's pretty impressive. This is crazy. Check this out. So I've got lots of coal, so much iron. Like this, to me, this seems like so much because we're just starting out. Think about this. If I doubled all of this iron, which we're going to do later on in this episode, we're going to get into ore doubling. That's going to be a lot of iron, which is really cool. I got 7 diamonds, guys. This is convenient because you can do multiple at once. But with the heavy oak sieve, I don't think you can. I think it only works 1 at a time. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure you can only use 1 heavy at one time. So the next thing we want to do is basically the Tinker's Construct tables, and they're pretty simple to make. So all we have to do is take our oak planks. I'm going to make 3. So we'll just put, 1, 2, 3. Just like this, and then we'll split this up, and this will make us blank patterns. So we're going to need some of those. And then we also need ourselves a chest, a crafting table, 1 piece of wood, and 1 piece of planks. I said those opposite, but 1 piece of wood and 1 piece of planks. So then we'll put in our blank patterns, and what we can do is just go bam, 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 and bam. Just like that, and then we have a little bit of blank patterns left over, so that's really good. And then I actually want to make another crafting station because all of these tables will work together. So you do need 5 different spaces, and we'll just put them just like this. So I kind of put them in order. So stencil table, part builder, pattern chest, tool station. So something just like that. And then what we can do is we can have the tabs up here so you can click between. Now they only work if you put them right next to each other. So we could put them like in the ground like this, and which I actually might do later on. Yeah, I might move these later. We'll see. I don't know. But just for right now, this works. So we want to make ourselves a pickaxe. So I'm going to get the pickaxe head pattern. Then we need the tool rod pattern. I also want to make myself a, what's it called? A mattock. A mattock? I'm probably saying that so wrong. Oh my gosh, a mattock. I think that's how you say it. I'm not entirely sure. But these are all the patterns that we need. So I need the pickaxe head, the tool rod, the shovel, the axe head, and then the binding. What we need to do is go into our part builder. For the tool rod and the binding, we can use wood. So we'll just get ourselves 2 tool rods, 1 binding, and then we need a lot of flint, which is over here in my little chest. So we'll grab all that out. We need 1 axe head, 1 shovel, and then 1 pickaxe head. So then last but not least, we just want to go into our tool station and put our tools together. So we've got the mattock here. Next thing we want to do is make ourselves a pickaxe. Now this is the one that I really wanted for this episode. So we want to put in our stick, our binding, and then that guy. So we've got our flint pickaxe. And then what we can do with this flint pickaxe, this is something that's really cool to me. I think it's really awesome. It's really helpful, is we want to make ourselves a diamond hammer. So we want to put 2 diamonds just like this, and we'll get ourselves the diamond hammer. Now what we can do is, first things first, put this stuff away. So we'll go into our tool station, and what we want to do is just go into this little inventory, and we'll take our pickaxe, put it in the middle, and take our diamond hammer, and we can take this out. It says like level clumsy XP0500. If you look down at the very bottom, under crude, it says smashing. So this is awesome. Now I have to admit, flint pickaxes aren't the best. We'll obviously want to, level it up as we go. What it does basically is I can lay out all of this cobblestone, and then what we can do is take our flint pickaxe, holding our ore excavation key, and what that will do is make gravel. And basically all it does is it makes your pickaxe work like a hammer. And the thing that's really cool about this is the flint pickaxe has more durability than the regular hammers. I think it's really cool. I think this is kind of a really cool hack when you're first starting out. It does break everything into gravel. So if you have, like, say I put down a piece of cobblestone as like decoration, and then I'm like, oops, I don't want that there, it will break it down into gravel. So the next thing I want to do is make an achievement stand, because I've been kind of neglecting my achievement book just a little bit, and I feel like if I see it there, I'll want to look at it more. So we did mark off a few of these last episode, and there's a lot more we can check off. So that one, basically the whole first few pages we can do. We've done all of these. So then now we're in the Stone Age, and we're going to start getting into this episode. Make a dark room 25 blocks away from your base for spawning mobs and obtaining loot. That's what we're going to be doing in today's episode, as well as ore doubling. So I'm going to set up a few things really quick, and then I'll be right back with you guys. And I've done a little bit of grinding, so I've got some gravel and some sand, and then 32 pieces of dust. We're getting pretty much about ready to start our smeltery, which is really good. I just need to make some clay out of this. So it did rain, which is actually super convenient because it will fill up the barrels with water. So what we can do is turn our dust into clay here. So in no time at all, it was really, really easy. We got all of the clay that we need. To make seared bricks, you need grout. So let's see, if we type in grout, this is what it looks like. And if you put this in the crafting table, it will make you 8 pieces of grout. So we'll go over here, click that, and boom, just like that, we've got ourselves 4 stacks of grout, which is really awesome. The next thing we need to do is make seared bricks. Basically, all you need to do to make seared bricks is put them in a furnace. So you put the grout in the furnace, and it will make you your seared bricks. And it's a multi-block structure, so you need a lot of different things. So what we want to do is just put this in and smelt this up, just like so. And then we'll kind of leave this one up here. We'll smelt that once we get the chance. But the next thing I wanted to do for this episode, I'm trying to jam-pack this episode with lots of good stuff, is I wanted to start a mob spawner. So in the achievement book, it says that we need to go out 25 blocks. And here we go. Oh, I think it's becoming nighttime, actually. I'm going to wait and I'm going to sleep. And then once it's daytime, I will start doing the mob spawner. So we want to go out by 25 blocks. That's what it says to do in the achievement book. Alright, so this is 25 blocks, which is pretty good. I'm even going to go out just a little bit more, because the way I want to set this up is I also want to have our animals out here too. I just want both of them to be in the same area. So what I'm going to do is come out this way, and then what I'll do is I'll use my builder's wand and just build out just like this, make things just a little bit faster for us. And we'll come out like this, and then I'll even go out more on this side too. Ooh, this is always like really, really sketchy. So then to build our mob spawner here, what we want to do is just come on each side, and we'll go like this. I think those should be even. I'm honestly gonna even go out a couple more because this seems really, really small to me. And then we'll do it right here. Yeah, that looks good. So it's gonna be a pretty small spawner. I'm definitely not going big or anything with this first one, just because we are gonna build a bigger drop spawner later. That's gonna be super cool. But for right now, I think a small one will be fine. And we can automate this and it'll work. It'll be fine. So what we want to do is just come out like this. And this probably looks really funny right now, but what I plan on doing is putting the animals on the other side, since they are 25 blocks away too. So yeah, it does kind of look funny, but it'll make sense. And I'm not too worried about like spawn rates and stuff. As long as we're getting even just a little bit of animals and a little bit of mobs, we're good. We're fine. So let's see. Let's come out this way. And then what we want to do is go up by 3 so that Enderman can spawn. And then you just want to cap it off. And I'm capping it off with slabs so that nothing can spawn on top. So they're on the bottom half of the block like that. What we can do is take our builder's wand and just build on over, connecting these 2 sides. And then we want to make sure it's dark, so we need to put walls around it. Like I said, it's a very, very small spawner, but it will do the trick. So we just want to come across like this, making sure we go 2 down. So now this isn't completely dark. We do need to put slabs on the bottom, and this will make it completely dark. And I'll show you guys here in just a second, once I'm finished, that there should be red X's in there once we're done. And the last one, we'll close that off just like so, and then pressing F7, as you guys can see, there's a bunch of red X's. So that means that mobs will spawn at any time, which is really, really nice. So then we'll take this guy out so nothing can spawn there, and we'll get rid of our X's. And this is our mob spawner. So it was super easy, super simple. And I only decided to do 1 deep, just so I can get on both sides and make it a little bit easier for myself. But like I said, we're going to make this a lot bigger and a lot more efficient later on. So I'm going to run away. Run back to our base. I need to make this platform bigger, this little walkway, because it's really small. But hopefully we'll get some mobs in there. There we go. We've already got a couple. Awesome. That's so cool. So mob spawner complete. Next thing we need to do is just get our smeltery, and that's basically going to be it for this episode. So I'm going to get all of the seared brick and all of the items that we need to make the smeltery, and once that's complete, I'll be right back with you guys. So everything's all done smelting. I've got all my seared bricks here, and the next thing we need to do is make our smeltery. So I got a little platform set up over here. It's pretty dark. I should probably light it up before we get some crazy mobs attacking us and, you know, bad things happening. So let's just light this up just a little bit, and then the next thing we need to do is make all of the good stuff to make the smeltery. Now I do need a piece of glass, which I don't think I have. Do I? No, I don't. Alright, that's easy fix. Using my nifty pickaxe here, we can get ourselves a piece of glass really easily. I had to cook some silkworms because I was running out of food, and I'm still running out of food. I have nothing left. I have no apples, no apple juice, no nothing. So I've been eating silkworms, which is pretty icky. But they're gonna tide us over until next episode at least, because next episode I do plan on starting a farm. So that's gonna be a big thing. Next thing we need to do is make everything that we need to make for our smeltery. So we're gonna need a controller, and to do that, we just do it in a circle, drain, and I actually think, yeah, I think 1 will be okay. So we'll do 1 drain, and then we need a couple faucets, and then we need 2 tables like that, so in the pattern of some pants. Oh, I'm trying to think of everything. We need a seared tank, just like this, and then we got the controller, the drain, I think that's everything. So then we just need some seared bricks. So basically, you make the base out of seared bricks, and then you have these things that kind of aid along to it. So the way this is set up, I just did it in a 3x3 just to make a small one. Like I said, all of this stuff is going to be, oh my gosh, I totally put down the wrong one. Oh no. No, okay, we'll have to make another one of those. That's not good. Okay, it's fine. We'll make sure we do this right. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to make a small smeltery to start us out with. Nothing too crazy, nothing too big. But the way this is going to go is you just you make a 3x3 in the ground, or whatever size you want. You could really do whatever size you want. And then you want to surround that with your seared bricks as the walls of the smeltery. And then let's see, I do want to put my tank in here. So let's put the tank, let's just put the tank here. So the tank will go there, and it has a little spot for lava in it. I think I'll put the controller in the middle, and then this guy right on the side. And as you guys can see, I think they changed this, which is really cool, but this has 2 sides to it, so I can put faucets on both sides. The light did turn on, so if you've never seen this before, this is how you make one. This is just a really simple one. You can go anywhere from like a 1x1, or you could do like 3x3, 5x5. You could do whatever you'd like, but this is just how I wanted to do mine. So next thing we want to do is put in our tables, and then we can go just like that, and it will pour out onto the tables. And this is how we're going to do our ore doubling. Put in some seared bricks so that we can make a cast. To make a cast, we need aluminum brass, and we also need lava to heat this thing. It is on, but it's not going to work because in this tank over here, we don't have lava yet. So I made 4 buckets of lava, and I'll refill this. I actually want to get a better lava situation going because this is really slow, but we'll do that here probably within the next couple of episodes. But this is it. This is our smeltery. What we can do is make it one more taller. And the taller you make it, the more spaces it has to smelt things. So if we click on our controller here, we have this many spaces, this many things that we can smelt. So we'll make a copper piece and an aluminum piece, just like this. And this probably won't make me the amount that I need, but we'll try it. So aluminum goes really, really fast for some reason. I have no idea why. There we go. We've got aluminum brass. So I do have 2 ingots, and it takes 2 to make these casts. Well, it takes 1 to make a cast, but we have 2 casts here, so it's perfect. So we got that. We'll let them harden up, and those will make our ingot casts. Next thing I want to do, I actually want to make this as big as I can make it because, you know, why not? I don't know. We can start smelting a lot of things at once. And I think later on I'll make this a 5x5. That'll probably be how big I make it. And I think off camera, what I'll do is I'll just get all of these ingots put together, smelt them up and ore double them a little bit. So I did want to show you guys the ore doubling thing. If you guys have never seen this, I know probably a lot of you have done tinkers before and stuff like that, but for you guys who haven't, I definitely think, you know, maybe this could be a little bit helpful. One thing you guys should know, if you didn't know, is if you get rid of the controller, it will get rid of everything in the smeltery. So as you guys can see, that cleared it out. Now, all I had was nuggets, and I don't have a nugget cast, so I didn't want those anyway, which is kind of a waste, but whatever. But like I said, if you put these in, we just put in 7, so what we should have is 14 ingots. So we'll give that just a second, let that do its thing. I haven't gone over to our mob spawner yet and killed the mob, so I'll have to do that in between episodes too. But I wanted to get a lot of this stuff done, and I'm really glad this episode has just been, you know, running really, really good. We got our whole mob spawner done, which is great because then I can start getting like loot bags and things like that. And then we also got our smeltery, so that means we have ores, which is good. That'll start us into machinery, and we have 1 block and 5 ingots, which is 14. So boom, we got our 14 here and lots of iron, so that's good. Alright guys, so that is going to end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was a jam-packed episode. We did a lot of stuff, and I'm really happy with our progression. If you guys have any suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. Seriously, it makes my day. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.